Hey everyone, Jason here. In this short video, we're going to look at 3 knots for scouts who are looking to advance to the Tenderfoot rank. Of course, these knots are also very useful to anyone who'd like to know knots for camping or for everyday use. The first knot we're going to look at is the square knot. So the square knot is sometimes also called the reef knot. Its most basic use is a way to join 2 ropes together. All knots that are used to tie 2 ropes together are known as bend knots. And there are many other types of bend knots. If you're watching this video to learn these 3 knots for your advancement in scouts to the Tenderfoot rank, then you should focus on learning the knots in this video. But if you'd like to have a look at other types of bend knots, you can check out my video, 24 Essential Ways to Tie 2 Ropes Together. Link in the description. When tying the square knot, it's important to tie in a specific manner. Cross your left rope over and around your right rope. Then cross your right rope over and around your left rope. Then pull it tight. Of course, if you want, you can go right over left and then left over right. But for these examples, I'm always going to be tying left over right and then right over left. In this demonstration, you'll see the square knot being used as a bend knot because it's tying 2 ropes together, the purple and the blue. Here's another demonstration using the square knot to tie a canvas bag together. Again, we tie left over right and then right over left. The only problem using the square knot for this type of application is that sometimes it can become difficult to untie, but it's been used this way for hundreds, if not thousands of years. Let's look at another use for the square knot. This time, we use it to tie a bedroll together. Again, we go left over right and then right over left. In this example, we're actually using the square knot as a binding knot, because binding knots are knots that keep a single or multiple loose objects together by passing a rope or a string at least once around them. The next knot we're going to look at is called the 2 half hitches knot. This knot is a hitch knot and offers a relatively good amount of strength as well as resistance to slipping. This knot is sometimes referred to as the clove hitch over itself, a double half hitch, or a full hitch. It's a knot that's tied around an anchor point, such as a post, a ring, or a rail. In this first example, we can see that I'm tying the rope around a wooden rail. To tie the 2 half hitches knot, pass your rope around the object and make an overhand knot. Then, working in the same direction, tie a second knot below the first, and then cinch up your knot. The 2 half hitches knot is not adjustable, and although it is a hitch knot, it can also be used as another binding knot. Let's have a look at another example. Now in this demonstration, I'm tying the 2 half hitches knot around a carabiner. It's okay to use the 2 half hitches with a carabiner or other type of device, but you shouldn't use this knot for climbing or when safety is important. Here's another example of the 2 half hitches knot, this time tied onto a tent peg. Sometimes you might want to start a line at one end with a simple anchoring knot, and the 2 half hitches is an option. The problem is that the 2 half hitches is not adjustable, so you won't be able to adjust the tension in your rope later on. If you want to see the next step up to the 2 half hitches, then you should check out the round turn and 2 half hitches knot, link also in the description. The third and last knot in this video is called the Taut-Line Hitch. Similar to the 2 half hitches knot, the Taut-Line is also a hitch knot, and it's used to tie a rope around an anchor point like a ring, post, or rail. As the name implies, a Taut-Line hitch is used to put tension on a rope, making it taut. And different from the 2 half hitches, the Taut-Line hitch offers an adjustable loop, and that's useful when the length of a line will need to be periodically adjusted in order to maintain tension. In this first example, I'm tying the Taut-Line as a simple hitch knot to anchor off on a wooden rail. I pass my rope around the anchor point, then make 2 wraps around itself on the inside of the loop. Then I make a third wrap in the same direction on the outside of the loop, and then cinch it up. Now in this next demonstration, I'm tying the taut line to a carabiner, similar to what I did with the 2 half hitches knot. The Taut-Line is sometimes used as a friction hitch in climbing, but for safety reasons, I'm not showing that application in this video, and you should always learn climbing techniques from a qualified person, in person, so that they can check your work as you learn. I can cinch the knot up tight to the carabiner, and the knot can become very tight. After I loosen the knot a little, you'll now see how I'm able to move the knot away from the carabiner, and the knot doesn't slip, but it holds its position. This is what's meant by being an adjustable loop. In this last example of how to use the Taut-Line, I'm again tying to a tent peg. The Taut-Line hitch is a good knot to know for this use because the ropes of a tent will often become loose over time and can easily be adjusted with the Taut-Line by simply sliding the knot along the rope to make everything tighter. There are, of course, a lot of different hitch knots, and if you'd like to see other examples, then you can check out this video, 20 Essential Hitch Knots. I hope you check it out, and thanks for watching.